So Lebrowskee, if you don't know, turned around and was able to infiltrate the LCU. If you don't know who Lebrowskee is a bit of a troll. He does some hyperbolic stuff against the LCU. Like, he'll take something, make it pretty, in my opinion, pretty much like it'll just be comical with it. It's funny. He'll call Keemstar evil. It does get under Keemstar. I don't know why. I guess mainly because like people find it to also be funny. I don't really think that it's something big. I don't really think it's like a huge issue. I mean, like, seriously, he's just kind of another dude on the internet. It's not something that's gonna, you know, be crazy, but it is what it is. People ended up having a blowout over it, and so let's figure out what happened.
Shout out to Local Cal Live.
Yo mama just had Lebrowskee on pit.
I said that guy always portrays us as like criminals and stuff, and then like someone responded and they're like, look at Keem crashing out on Lebrowskee. I'm like, there you go again.
But you're bringing attention to the guy every single time you say that. Like, you're making people go and watch his like content. And not only that, but like, I hate the fact that he turns around and he's like, oh, he always makes us like out to be these criminals. Well, I mean, it's hyperbolic for the most part. When it comes to Kid Behind the Camera, I mean, can you really say that he's making him out to be a criminal? Dude's an actual freaking criminal. Just because you don't want to agree with it doesn't mean that it's not true.
There you go again. Like, what?
Lebrowskee was on pit.
Who the fuck is that?
With yo mama.
He's a lolcow. Like, he literally is a straight up lolcow. Like a complete.
Okay, that's rich to try and call Lebrowskee a fucking lolcow. I'm sorry. You may not like the guy, but for you to turn around and call him to call him a fucking lolcow, it's kind of the pot calling the kettle black, ain't it?
This was the biggest L in the history of the LCU.
I say, hey, if you hit a certain goal, you need to put a cream pie in your face, and then like Lebrowskee will like cover that and be like, Keemstar is a serial criminal.
Alex.
That's definitely not true. Like, I've watched this dude's videos. He would just simply say that you take pleasure in in humiliating other people, which like you do. You can't even deny that you do. You take pleasure in freaking hating other people, like or to be going after other people. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy.
Is doing this.
Yeah, this was the biggest L in the history of the LCU.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are these people?
I think we're giving this clown much more power than what he has.
Shut up, Lebrowskee.
I saw Lebrowskee. I said, oh.
Well.
Is this dude Voldemort in their eyes? Why are they all acting like he's just this he who shall not be named? Why are they trying to pretend like he's this evil human being? He's just a troll on the internet. Like, come on. You were literally giving his name way more power than is necessary.
Let's say he's a terrorist.
What? Fucking what?
Let's say he hates the American government and everything to do. Why are we bringing a terrorist to the United States?
But if it isn't the big Lebrowskee stepping on enemy territory.
And Lebrowskee, because I know you're going to see this or hear this. You know, I know Lebrowski's going to take this as, you know, a big W. He's trolled the big Keemstar.
I mean, it is a W.
Hey guys, Lebrowskee here, coming in again with another video. Well, we have finally done it, gamers. Since I started covering lolcow live, I never thought that things would get this far, but they actually did. So for all of you that do not know, I used to do general commentary, covering a variety of topics, and one day I stumbled upon this podcast featuring Boogie2988, Wings of Redemption, and Keemstar. So I started covering them fools, doing all kinds of retarded shit to get donations, and after a while, here on the main channel, I mostly trolled on Keemstar because I don't know, it's just funny as hell. So during the time I made fun of Keemstar, I have been contacted by several people working for him, either through DM,
which I could totally understand. I mean, to try and get him on there would be a giant W for pretty much anybody. And shout out to Yo Mama for actually getting it done. It's lame that he got punished for it, but you know.
Or by them leaving comments on my videos. And I mean, Keemstar himself got triggered by me trolling on his chat a couple of times.
Like Lebrowskee?
I said that guy always portrays us as like criminals and stuff, and then like someone responded and they're like, look at Keem crashing out on Lebrowskee. I'm like, there you go again. There you go again. Like, what?
I make better edits than Lebrowskee. I feel like he's a super fan of Keemstar.
That guy is like, you know.
All right, that's just pure cope, man. Come on. He gets on your guys' nerve because it's entertaining. And not only that, but some of it's kind of fucking true. Like, you can't really get on him for it. Like, you do some dumb stuff. Like, there is a ton of nontent, and I understand you getting upset with people calling it nontent or scripted and all that, but let's stop trying to portray it as something other than it is.
No, like, I say, hey, if you hit a certain goal, you need to put a cream pie in your face, and then like Lebrowskee will like cover that and be like, Keemstar is a serial criminal. Nobody takes guys like that serious on the internet. They don't. Like, if you're just making up shit, like, no.
It's crazy that he's over here saying all this, and then who do we got right there? We got ourselves a little CD-ROM. I mean, come on, man. You can't turn around and try and not play high road when you literally have hired somebody who bragged about like having a 16-year-old swallow for them. You had CD-ROM, who is friends with a pedophile who he himself has even turned around and said that he was talking to children sexually. Like, come on, man. You've had some major L's. Let's not.
No one takes you serious. You can't have a real. You're never going to get to a million subscribers when you don't have credibility. Keemstar is a serial criminal that's taken advantage of the mentally disabled, and like he'll just like whatever the scenario is, he'll just make it like is work.
Oh God, I'm doing that.
Okay, but like, do you not take advantage of the mentally ill? Like, come on, you're gonna tell me that you believe the Boogie and all these other weirdos to be mentally sound? Come on, let's not sit here and pretend like this is some out of the box theory. I'm not gonna say you're a criminal. I'm not gonna say you're a criminal over it, but
this one again.
Shut up, Lebrowskee. E-Bagging is crazy. Shut the we got the #1 goddamn show. We don't have to do that, but we do it because it's fun. First, is it possible?
No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
It can be. You know, I make somebody do the cream pie for the donation, and it's like somehow I'm Epstein now. Like, he's fucking retarded, dude. He's a lolcow. Like, he literally is a straight up lolcow, like a complete joke.
What an absolute insecure baby, dude. And let's remember that this is an 85-year-old man we're talking about, by the way. But anyway, before we go balls deep into this whole situation, let me remind you that Keemstar was once considered to be one of the biggest trolls on the internet.
Took everyone in the office out for drinks, got complete.
Yeah, like, dude was literally a part of the FAG. Like, how is he gonna complain about someone trolling him? Like, come on, dude. This is one thing that I will say is like this. Like, as successful as Keemstar has been in certain areas, Broski has also like had an incredibly fragile ego.
Completely wasted. Went home, got on Xbox Live, and just started talking shit to people because that's what I like to do. And I was especially really drunk.
But it turns out someone was recording his trolling and uploaded it to YouTube.
And someone actually recorded me in that game and put it up on YouTube. And I had no idea that I was on YouTube or anything, but like the next day I get on Xbox Live and my messages are just filled. I saw your YouTube video. You're hilarious.
I feel like I'm a gorilla with a baseball bat fighting a retard with a spoon.
He goes, dude, you're the funniest dude like I've ever heard, best trash talker. He's like, you should make videos with us. We just formed this group. We're like, you know, messing with kids, talking trash to them in this game.
Daniel Keem accepted FAG's offer, and the first of many Keemstar channels was then created on the 1st of October 2009.
And I mean, at some point, this dude's reputation as one of internet's greatest trolls was so big that even Microsoft took it upon themselves to ban Keemstar multiple times to stop the trolling.
Stream for about 1 hour, get banned, console banned, can't do anything with it. It's a bricked. It's literally banned from going online. Take that the next day to GameStop, return it. Hey, this didn't work. Get a new one. Then the next day it would be Walmart, and I would just switch places just so I could keep doing it. That became so stressful and so much hell that I needed to find something else to do because Microsoft was trying to shut me down.
Well, who could have imagined that years later, this guy that was once respected by a lot of people for making fun of others would be outed as probably one of the biggest crybabies of all f***ing time.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Once LCU started going like pretty woke and all that, yeah, I could honestly see it coming. There was some times where they were like, LCU, man, it used to be the freaking Wild Wild West. Now it's like, oh, we can't say this, we can't say that, we can't do this, we can't do that. We're gonna hurt some feelings here, we're gonna hurt some feelings there. So yeah, I don't know, little man.
Because a nobody like me managed to get under his skin so f***ing bad that he literally ended up firing a guy and nuking an entire show just because I went there for like 40 seconds, dude. That's just hilarious, bro.
I mean, he ended up getting his job back like fucking immediately. So, you know, is anyone ever actually fired in the LCU? Like, come on.
Shut up, Lebrowskee.
Okay, so I'ma first play the clip and then we will go in detail on what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to fucking Pit. Now hold on. Before I get started, I want to say this off the rip. In this war that we in, there ain't gonna be no fence sitting. Now, Keemstar said this. I wanna just play this real quick. Keemstar said this today.
You're going down.
Right. No, I can't take a side.
All the big hitters. We got the big hitters.
I can't take a side though. Like, I got too much power, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I can't be influencing the war, even though I'm going to be influencing the war.
Keemstar said that he gonna fence it. Well, guess what? In this war, in this war, there ain't no fence sitting. Let's bring up my man, Lebrowskee, and this motherfucker.
Massive freaking W for Yo Mama. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care if you hate Lebrowskee. I mean, Yo Mama, massive freaking W. Dude decided to do it. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. It's entirely freaking possible. You know, it's absolutely entirely freaking possible that he was could have been like completely fired for this. Like, rather than him actually being hired back, considering the fact that, you know, Keemstar was actually considering Lebrowskee to be an op, he could have truly been fired for it.
Let's go. What you gotta say, Lebrowskee? Ain't no fence sitting, dog.
Well. But if it isn't the big Lebrowskee stepping on enemy territory, that is just insane.
Yeah.
Keemstar, bro. You really need to get your house in order, my man. This is f***ing ridiculous that I am here. I mean, how is it possible? How is it possible that the guy that has been consistently calling on your f***ing bullshit for so f***ing long made it to one of your freaking shows, dude? That is absolutely f***ing.
And I think the other thing about it too, because I imagine Keem did watch this video here. I imagine he's probably asking himself, like, who are these people who wanted him on the show? Like, who are these people? Because Yo Mama has wanted it, right? Yo Mama's obviously was the one who got him on. So who else is it in that camp that's willing to turn around and bring an op on, you know, on the inside? Personally, I think it's a good idea. I mean, they had freaking 007 on, Wings 007. So why wouldn't they have Lebrowskee? I guess it's what, rules for thee, not for me, because Wings 007 was going after fucking Wings rather than going after Keemstar, so it was totally okay to have him on. I think that's kind of lame. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's some bitch shit.
Insane. But anyway, I am not going to take that much of your f***ing time right now. I am just here because
And it ends.
Yeah, bro.
And it ends. I imagine bro was scrambling to get to it. I don't know. I think it's funny. I think it's funny to imagine Keemstar scrambling to get to the damn thing. And he's just like, their traitors are in. The call is coming from within the house. End the stream now. End it now.
Clearly cut me mid
That's my headcanon.
Sentence. But that was hilarious, not gonna lie. Imagining Keemstar sitting there at his $1 million house, ready to shut the stream down in fear of what I might say is just so ridiculous, dude. Bro had his hand on the panic button, and the moment he saw I was about to explain why I was there, bam, he nuked the damn stream. I reckon Keemstar thought I was there to damage his brand by saying some crazy shit, to try and get his channels taken down. And no, Keemstar, look, I know you or one of your cronies are watching this. I was not there to start dropping slurs to get you cancelled or some shit like that.
Honestly, I believe that too. I don't understand what would why. Because if he goes on there and like does that, right, then he becomes a target himself. Like people could mass report his channel. He could also be reported to YouTube for saying that, get his channel taken down. Like it's pretty dumb.
I mean, I am not that type of person. Only an absolute idiot would do such a thing, right?
Alex is doing this shit.
Yeah, bro, Lebrowski is just not that retarded. But anyway, you may ask yourself, why did I go up there? Well, like I mentioned before, in the past, I had been contacted by other people from Kim's network to try and work something out, but Keemstar would always shut this idea down because, I don't know, I guess the guy just hates me because I criticize him. Which again is hilarious coming from a guy that literally got rich by trolling people, like, come on, bro. And so I never had the chance to directly confront him.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Like you can't turn around and you know, I mean, it is his, you know, it's his channel, it's his network and all that. So obviously he can do what he wants to do. But at the same time, that also means that we can sit here and turn around and say that's some bitch shit.
But this one guy called Joe Mama, yeah, I know, what a name. So this guy reaches out to me and tells me he wants to piss Keemstar off by having me on his show, I guess. So I told the guy this would not end well for him, but he decided to go through with it. So like you saw, I went there and caused Keemstar to have an absolute meltdown over it. The guy that brought me to that show was even afraid that I might say some crazy shit, but like I said, I am not a person that would do something like that to try and take a channel down, because let's be honest, that's something a coward would do. I actually went there to call Keemstar out publicly and challenge him to a debate to prove me wrong on all of the fair criticism that I have given him through this time I have been covering the shit show. But of course I never got to say that because he panicked and shut the whole thing down before I could even make my freaking point. I mean, such a thin-skinned individual have I not seen in a long time, dude. But anyway, for anyone that's not really familiar with Keemstar's work for the past year or two, this guy started this podcast called lolcowrewind Live, and after going viral because one of the hosts of that show got caught faking cancer, Keemstar took advantage of the momentum and he decided to start a whole network that he calls the lolcow universe, which
worst decision ever. That's just me. I just think it completely it deludes all the good stuff about the LC, about like lolcow live queens and all that. Like it diluted it to the nth degree. I'm not a fan of it because it's just oversaturation. There's a bunch of absolute nobodies who have no idea how to run the fucking stream. You still got Glammy Lammy, who after I don't know how many months or almost like what, like almost a year now of being a part of the LCU, or close to like 10 months of being a part of the LCU, still manages to put a black screen up on while trying to show a video. Like who? I don't know. Maybe it's me.
Which basically is a bunch of YouTube channels under his brand. The idea is to have this channel streaming during the whole day in a 24-hour circuit, kinda like if it would be a radio station or something like that. Well, the show I went on was the show that Keemstar decided to put on primetime, and because it got nuked, other channels had to go live.
No, that isn't another W. The fact that he showed up. The fact that he showed up on primetime is pretty fucking awesome.
I have to react what was happening, so I'm gonna go over some of the reactions that my haunting appearance on that show caused, starting by the only channel that was live at the time, some channel named lolcow alpha. Yeah, I know, for real, that's the name.
You can do it right now.
Holy fuck. That's why Pitt was like it was.
This dude looks like Macaulay Culkin if he never got into drugs. Who is this?
Yo mama just had Lebrowskee on Pitt.
Is that who that was?
Yes, that was fucking Lebrowskee. Holy shit, and it is gone. It's gone.
Who is that? I don't know who that is.
Lebrowskee? He's one of the major detractor channels. He did.
Okay, I absolutely hate this so freaking much. Calling him a detractor is insanity. The dude makes fun of you guys and is critical of you guys. I've made fun of you guys and I'm critical of you guys. That doesn't make me a freaking detractor. It just makes me somebody who has fucking eyes, man. Like, oh my god, compared to the actual detractors that they've had on, like Wings 007, I mean, come on now. Like, are we seriously gonna sit here and be like, this dude is in the same league as Wings 007? Like, come on, are we like, is that what we're doing here? Is that what we're doing?
He did a video with Pharaoh talking shit on nerds.
Pharaoh has been on there. Oh, that's kind of lame because, you know, Pharaoh had talked shit on the LCU. So, I mean, who gives a shit?
Holy fuck.
Bro,
listen to this.
Holy fuck.
God, they're making it sound like this dude was like, I don't know. This dude's making it sound like it's the Mossad agent entered into the CIA and stole all of the information about freaking the JFK assassination, man. Come on. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. There's been discourse with people before. Like, they've had controversial people on, like, Destiny. Like, how is this like, I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me.
Bro, this guy's over here talking like I am Vlad the Impaler or some shit like that. This is so funny, honestly. Like, all I ever did was criticize.
The only time I've ever had an issue with, like, some of Lebrowski's coverage, because I'm able to, you know, discern what's a fucking joke, what's hyperbolic, and what's not, is when he was when he covered what happened between Becky and Richie, and he is self-admitted that he had no idea what the timeline was because he wasn't watching during that time, but he turned around and said that that he believed that Keemstar was lying about the timeline of events. And of course, as somebody who was there and could confirm the timeline of events and confirmed that, you know, Keemstar was correct, that's the only time that I had an issue with it. Because if you don't really know, like, if you self-admittedly have no idea what the timeline was, you probably shouldn't, you know, say something is most likely a lie with your full chest. You could, I don't know, investigate it. That's probably the only time that I've ever had, like, a legitimate issue. Outside of that, I could tell when something's funny, when something's being hyperbolic, when somebody isn't, like, saying what they're, you know, they're not actually being like, oh, this is an evil demon. I mean, he started the video talking about how Keemstar is 80 years old. Do you really think he thinks that Keemstar is 80? Come on.
Them and troll them a little bit. And bro, they react as if I am some sort of crazy villain. This is just unhinged.
So exclusive. Lebrowski was on Pit with Yo Mama, and
I mean, I don't really think that's an exclusive. What people watched it, the people who are watching it, I imagine there were more people watching Pit than whatever fucking lolcow alpha is.
Everybody is freaking out. We have no clue what's going on. Stream was taken down and nuked to hell. It is gone. It is
my God.
Gone.
Dude, it's not that crazy. It's not that crazy. Seriously, why are you treating this like it was some freaking insane thing? Like, this is like, is it like, you know what was a bigger scandal was having, like, waking up and Queens being completely and utterly ghost town. That was bigger. Like, if somebody had come up and explained why it is, like, with proof as to why all the Queen shit was gone, I can understand it, like, a reaction like this. Or when Thick Gemini was shooting on Becky, talking about how she was committing, like, income fraud, kind of, and how they were how he was firsthand there for all of, like, the doxing and stuff like that. That was bigger. That was way bigger than this.
I can't even imagine what that Discord server looked like the moment this was happening. Oh wait, I actually can. It was probably something like this. Insane.
Yeah,
anyway, so these people could not believe their eyes. I mean, the fact that I was there, the fact that the guy who brought me there got fired, and the fact that the stream was nuked was just too much all at once.
And
no, fired and then rehired.
Hold on, I got the picture right here. Somebody snapped it. If you don't believe me and you think it's clickbait.
Yeah, but here's a question. Why would they think it's clickbait? Is it possibly because you guys have done it before?
And it is not. Hold on. I've got it right here. Properties, change it to Discord. There you go. It is coming right there.
Got him with his eyes closed.
Wow.
I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Damn, bro literally grabbed the worst screenshot possible. Jesus.
I see someone asking like, why would Keem not like him?
Who is this dude? Who is this guy? I have absolutely no clue who this person is. And this isn't like a, who megalol or anything like that. I have absolutely no idea who this person is. I don't watch these shows anymore.
I mean,
do you
really
got
want like a detractor?
He's done in-person interviews with not only Pharaoh.
I don't think this guy knows what an in-person interview is, because being in a Discord call does not count as an in-person interview.
But also just recently dropped one with Bunny Buttons, rehashing out the whole Madhouse scandal. He sits there and
but who cares? It's entertainment. It's content. Like, what are you trying to turn around and be like, nobody could ever turn around and question us, guys. That's just not okay. We can't be questioned. They can't be rehashing. Like, it's fucking content. They made the decision to go on there. And let's be realistic here. Again, they had Wings 007 come on and they rehashed things that Wings had said from like 10 years ago. So, like, what is this rules for thee, but not for me ass BS?
consistently criticizes the show and puts it down. I mean, yeah, you're
boo-hoo.
getting views kind of off of that, but at the same time, I mean...
Yeah, at the same time, what? At the same time, what? I really want to know what your explanation for this is. At the same time, you're hurting our feelings. Have you ever thought about the fact that you're hurting our feelings?
Like, you also gotta look at the like his point of view, right? Like he can say like, oh yeah, f you, I got on one of your shows, motherfucker, what are you gonna do now, right? That's like a big that does not look good.
Yeah,
that's not.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for you guys. It looks great for him. I'm going to be honest with you. That shit's funny.
Are we all forgetting that Keemstar brought detractors to LolCow Live before? I mean,
Yeah.
he brought June the King to confront Wings.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, did he? Oh wait, yeah. He did bring. I think it was June the King, because June the King did a. This was during the time where Wings was. They were talking about like the rise and fall videos and shit like that. But he also brought on. Again, Wings 007, somebody who has legitimately attacked, has legitimately made Wings' life harder, like outside of just being on the internet.
If I remember correctly. And he also brought, and God forgive me for putting myself in the same sentence as this motherfucker, but he brought Destiny to confront Boogie. Honestly, all I wanted to do was confronting Keemstar, but I guess his fragile ego would never allow this, because confronting those other clowns is okay, but when it comes to Keemstar himself, that is a big no-no apparently. I mean, what a big baby, dude.
Oh, wait.
I have to agree with this. It's kind of lame that other people who were there, who were allowed to come on and confront Wings and Boogie, but when it comes to somebody who is primarily that's primarily critical of Keemstar, all of a sudden it's not okay. I think that's kind of dumb.
Oh, wait. Breaking. I'm seeing this in the Discord. Apparently, Lebrowskee was trying... Oh, yeah. Lebrowskee was trying to work with Becky in the BBU as well.
All right. As somebody who has watched Lebrowskee videos, obviously all we can do is go off of his word, but it's very obvious that nobody has watched this dude's stuff inside of here. That's not true. Not only that, but even if it was true, let's not forget that Becky approached Wings with an offer as well to come and work for the BBU. So if you're gonna get if that's gonna be a point of contention for Lebrowskee and why he's a bad person, then shouldn't it also be a point of contention for the fact that Wings considered going to the BBU as well?
Yeah, this is something I want to clarify once again, even though I talked about it in the past already, but whatever. I was never in a stage where I was going to join Becky Boop's network. She made me an offer just like she did to Wings, DSP, and whoever else she thought she could bring to her network to talk shit on Keemstar. I never said yes, I said I might consider it, but I never gave confirmation, nor we signed any contracts like some of these people are trying to claim.
And even if he did say yes, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not like what does it matter? Who gives a shit? He was never a part of the LCU. He was never gonna get given a job opportunity within the LCU. So what does it fucking matter? Why? Because like they were arguing with Becky at the time. That's why.
I mean, that's just retarded. Lebrowskee has and always will be a one-man show, dude.
Wait, we need buffing here. This was the biggest L in the history of the LCU. Is it?
At least somebody said it.
Biggest L in the LCU?
Bro, come on. Come on. Literally a detractor, quote unquote, detractor comes on to confront Keemstar and Keemstar runs. Yeah, it's kind of a massive freaking L. The fact, like, come on, dude. You had people like Wings 007 who literally swatted Wings of Redemption, and he was totally okay. He wasn't too much of a detractor to be on there. But a dude who makes jokes about Keem, like that's too much. Too much. Can't have him on there. He might call him old.
In the LCU, like, I guess what is the biggest L? There's so much you can label as an L in this situation, but what is the biggest L in this situation?
I
Losing
mean,
your mama? I mean, I love your mama.
Come on, dude.
It was both. It was the Yo Mama L.
All right, this is how you know these people probably haven't been watching since before like the cancer arc. These are people who only found out about LCU because of the cancer arc and nothing else. They don't know about like the good close to 7 to 10 months prior, all the stuff that actually made the LCU entertaining.
For going against the boss's orders, but at the same time, it was the boss's L for f***ing shutting it down.
I tell you what,
oh my god, this guy said something I can actually agree with. Holy crap. What? Oh, okay. You know what? One to whoever this guy is, at least he realizes
was
it.
a lot of L's being taken there, but I for sure did not take one. Keemstar somehow managed to make himself look like a bigger clown than before, dude. Imagine being scared of what a nobody like me has to say, bruh. Please.
Okay, this is a thought. Like, I mean,
You're definitely not going to be beating the cult allegations with this one. I'm just saying.
Detractor like Fright that goes towards Keem and goes against Keem, right? And
why does everyone keep calling him a fucking detractor? He's a person that makes jokes about. I mean, look, if we're gonna label 007, Yellow Dick Swagger, and all these other people as detractors, like, are we really gonna turn around and label somebody whose only level of criticism or quote unquote detractorness of them is him making some, jokes about age and stuff like that? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's really fair to call him a detractor just because he's critical. I think that's kind of lame. I think that's an easy way to go ahead and throw off criticism and just be like, oh, you're just a detractor. Oh, you just hate me. Oh, you just hate us. That's why you're saying this.
I guess people can say like, oh, like Keem is a bitch for not addressing it. Well, it's like, well, I feel like it's Keem's say when he wants to do it, right? Like, does he want to do it on Lolcow Pit? Probably not. He probably wants to do it on Lolcow Live, right?
Okay, but then he could come on to Pit and say, hey, instead of us having it here on Pit, come on tomorrow to Live. And not only that, but Keem already said that he didn't want him on there. Like, the whole reason why it's, in my opinion, a W on freaking Yo Mama's side is the fact that Keem didn't want him on there, and he went on there, and he brought him on there anyways. I don't know, man. I just think it's kind of lame.
Like, was it to, like, So
yeah, I mean, if anything, that interview should have been on LolCow Live.
That's a live, yes.
Yeah.
That interview would have never happened, nor will ever happen, because Keemstar is too big of a chicken to actually face me, dude. And not because I am some scary dude or because I am unhinged, even though I am a little bit unhinged, but he won't dare facing me because he knows I am coming in with the pure facts, dude. And he won't be able to counter any of my points because all of the things that I have been calling this guy out for are just freaking facts, dude. So my assumption on why Keemstar avoids me like the plague is basically that he cannot take the truth being told to his face. But anyway, here are some other reactions to what happened now from this one channel called lolcowrewind. I mean, damn, bro, these names keep getting better and better, huh?
So yeah, that was just a little crazy. But I guess you have to be ready at all times for anything to happen around here. And I tell you what, I was sitting here and I was looking over some things for our docket, and I had Pitt on, and I saw Lebrowski. I said, "Oh, shit.
Yeah,
that is exactly what I said." And then it ended. Well, and I was like, "Well, what happened?" And then I was like, "Keem."
Again, dude, it's so hilarious seeing these people talk about me like if I am some sort of boogeyman. Like, bro, I'm just a dude making fun of them for being silly, dude. The fact that this escalated to the point that Keemstar made a villain out of me to his employees is just so funny, bro.
I also think though that they're playing it up. I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, they probably all truly think this way about you. I think that a lot of it is them playing into it like, oh, he's this big evil, because you have to turn around and make this interesting, right? You can't just sit there and be like, yeah, he came on, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of these shows, let's be realistic, what do they really have to like talk about? Like, what is it that they really fucking talk about other than like what's going on within the LCU? None of them really, as far as I see, talk about anything outside of the LCU, which is another reason why they're never going to beat the cult allegations. Even though I disagree with people saying that it's a cult, I mean, it's a little difficult to beat those allegations.
Bro, funny and retarded, by the way, yeah.
Or was he even up there? Was it a video? It could have just been.
No, just not using it currently, damaged. I have the camera still, but I'm just, just some gameplay over it right now.
Could have been a video. I was wondering that. I'm like, because I wasn't like looking at my phone at the time. I saw Glammy in a studio by herself. So I was like, yeah. So I was like, either this is a video or they're off the Discord.
Well, when it happened, Yo Mama got up and was jumping around and stuff like he does when Lebrowski was talking.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it was just a video, but I did not see the actual studios, or I didn't see any of that. I don't know if it was like I don't know, but I'm not sure it was live.
What? Oh my God. I mean, I'm going to be honest. If it wasn't live and it was a video, that would have been an even better freaking troll. If it wasn't live and it was just a video, that would have been an amazing troll. But on the other hand, too, though, it's still a freaking L to cut short the live stream just because somebody you didn't like was on there. Again, it's his network. He can do what he wants. Totally understandable. But I think it's just lame. I think given the track record that Wings got confronted by somebody who caused him actual harm in real life, okay, and Boogie also got confronted by somebody in real life, like not in real life, but got confronted by somebody. I think it's just lame to turn around and be like, nah, I'm not going to be confronted. Not on my show. No, can't do that.
Yeah.
It could. I was really thinking it was a video.
Yeah.
Bruh, this fool's over here making me feel like I'm the Joker or some shit. Hilarious. Anyway, this shit got so far that some of the...
And honestly, yeah, the way that they're all treating this, it's got to be a massive ego feed. Like, had you just confronted the guy, it probably wouldn't have been this crazy. If anything, it would have been like, probably would have got yourself a pretty goddamn good amount of views off of it. I'm just going to be real.
These fools were claiming that me showing up there was actually just an AI video.
I was really thinking it was a video.
Yeah.
I don't think it was AI. I really don't think it was AI. That was
Lebrowski.
That was totally Lebrowski.
Yeah. I mean,
whether it was live or not, we don't know.
I've never watched Lebrowski. I mean, I've obviously seen his like clips and stuff, but I think only once have I seen like his little getup. What are they like with the bandana?
I was watching some of the Bunny Button interview, and so it was fresh in my mind. His voice, his look, all of that was very fresh in my mind. So when I saw it, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh my God.
Damn, dude, these people getting traumatized just by me existing. That's so funny, dude. Anyway.
But see, that's kind of what happens, right? When you turn around and you have people who are told like, oh, you can't talk to this person. You're not allowed to interact with this person. That's kind of what ends up happening, right? They start seeing them as like the boogeyman, as this evil human being, when in actuality, it's just dude's just a dude. It has nothing to do with him being evil or something. Keem just doesn't like being criticized or like his show being criticized, which is actually pretty crazy considering now the way he talks about the show.
Anyway, so a common opinion was that despite me being there was a huge L for Keem and by default to all of his network, they were actually curious about what I had to say.
I want to play it. I do. I'm sitting here. That's why I'm kind of a little bit lost for words because I want to play it.
I'm sure it'll be played everywhere that's able to play it. It wasn't, you guys aren't really missing much. It was just literally like his face popped up and that was it. Huh?
He said, well, Keem, imagine me or something in one of your local channels. And he said a couple, like, I mean, he didn't have time to say much. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Yeah, this shit got cut off real quick. And you know, the other thing about it too, it's like the most interesting shit that happened. You know, it's like the most interesting shit that has happened to the LCU besides the whole Tommy versus Billy and Rastov shit that happened like the last week or two. And it gets cut off. Like, it gets cut off. It's stopped from happening. Like, come on, man. I think that's kind of lame. Like, that really pisses me off. From somebody who's constantly talking about how much he knows content, you turn around and throw away amazing content.
I would have loved to have known what he was gonna say.
Yeah.
Again, I was just there to call Keemstar out publicly and to challenge him to a debate, but bro panicked before I could even get to do that, bro. But again, Keemstar, I know you're watching this. Stop being a coward, dude. Hit me up on Twitter and let's just fucking do it, man. But anyway,
that would pull in numbers. I would tune in. I would watch that. Like, if he made it be like a donation goal or something, which I imagine is what he would do, or is the only way he would do it, I would probably donate to get that to happen. Not because I hate Keem, not because I love Lebrowskee, but because I know that's entertainment. That would be like, come on, you can't tell me that wouldn't be entertaining.
Not all Keemstar's employees reacted the same way. These guys from this show called LolCow Test claim that I am a clown, apparently.
I think that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, okay. If I'm not okay, first and foremost, Nightmare has no reason to be calling anybody a clown, considering the fact that he's literally just there to be a punching bag. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't that Grim who got broken up with like live on the LCU or during freaking during Fat Camp? He got broken up with because like he played some video or something that Beans didn't want, or like he exposed some shit about the relationship. I could be wrong.
I think we're giving this clone much more power than what he has. He's just a detractor, right? So we just don't want to
again with the
detractors in the platform.
Well, first of all, I'd rather be a clown than a grown-ass man sucking on Keemstar's show all freaking day. And by the way, getting bullied by him because I know this guy, and the only reason why he's being kept around is so Keemstar can bully his stupid ass. And those are his words.
Yes. Like, dude, you're literally in an abusive relationship with Keem. Like, do you really have the right to be calling somebody a clown, bro? You're literally just there to like entertain Keemstar so he can bully you. Like, I'm sorry, but this is lame.
Words, by the way.
You pull me in with no fucking context. I'm in the middle of a like horror thing with Graham. And again, I'm just like assuming, okay, he's probably paid like $100, which is cheap, but it's like, it's still a considerable dono.
Go back to test. Just go back to test.
You just fired me.
No, I'll keep you around to bully more. I just honestly, I'm so
you're not, though.
in you.
You're not keeping me around to bully me anymore. You're not keeping me around to bully me anymore.
Then walk.
You're right. You're right. I will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
big
didn't
talk
walk.
coming from a guy getting bullied by Keemstar all day. But
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, I have to agree. Nightmare, you're more of a clown than Lebrowski is. At least the dude doesn't have, at least he's not having somebody employ him just to bully and pick on him. Like, that's kind of fucking pathetic, man.
pathetic, actually. And I mean, these dudes are so lame that they would even compare me to a terrorist.
In reality, I genuinely believe he did the wrong thing here. If my boss told me something, I'm not going to do it, right? It just doesn't make it doesn't make sense. Like just to give you a little bit of an idea, right? Let's say that this guy that your mom was supposed to bring on, I'm not going to say his name because it's pointless, right? Let's say the guy that he was supposed to bring on, let's say he's a terrorist.
Why are we jumping so far from somebody who is a goddamn, like, who all he does is fucking all he does is criticize the LCU? Why are we calling him a terrorist? What's going on here? Where's the leap in logic for that one? Dude, come on. That's first and foremost, I think the US government would have a bigger, well, you know what? I can't say that because Hassan brought a Houthi pirate on, and that guy is considered a terrorist.
Let's say he hates the American government and everything to do with it, right? Yo mama is like the secret agent, the CIA agent who thought to bring him into the United States to have like an interview.
That happens all the time. That literally happens all the time. Do you think Guantanamo Bay is like in Africa or something? What is this? What do you mean? Like, terrorists get brought to America all the time for interrogations. There are black ops sites all throughout the United States of America. Okay.
Why are we bringing a terrorist to the United States when the president told you directly, this guy's a terrorist? Maybe we shouldn't bring him here. Maybe.
This is why I hate when civilians try and talk about like military shit or any sort of like things that involve the military, because they have absolutely no idea what the fuck they're talking about, bro.
Maybe he might bring destruction. Maybe he might harm all of us. Like,
maybe he might bring destruction. You mean kind of like how Osama bin Laden brought destruction to the United States after we armed him with missiles and tanks and guns and taught the freedom fighters that would then become known as ISIS how to fight? Like, yeah. Yeah, that happens. Or, Obama losing over 1,000 arms, 1,000 weapons during a operation trying to track freaking munitions by selling it to terrorists and losing track of the freaking convoy.
Sure, we'll get an interview. I mean, what the does that do for any of us?
This is coming from a guy that
Content.
said that what happened in the Second World War was okay, by the way. Funny. It's actually hilarious the amount of...
There's no way he said what happened in the Second World War was okay. You can't look like that and say these things. There's no way.
Dirt I have on these people just by seeing clips here and there. Imagine if I would actually have the time to sit and watch all of these shit shows. I would probably have enough to set the entire lolcow universe on fire.
Back when me and your mama were co-hosts, it was a good couple of weeks ago. Your mama mentioned wanting to do something where we brought up the tractors and we interviewed them. And I was like, nah, what do you mean? And he mentioned Lebrowski.
Oh, so your mama's the only one of the two of you who's got some balls. All right, good to know.
And I was like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's ridiculous. And Keem even came up on that episode and said, no, when your mama asked him directly. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And we spoke about it post-live, and your mom was fine with that. However, he wanted mainly the detractors. He wanted Lebrowski and stuff. And I'm like, no.
So your mama came up with a good idea, and it got shot down for what I could only imagine being, not wanting to bring an opposing point of view to point out all the bullshit. Like, I get it. It's a brand risk. I totally understand that. But at the same time, that's kind of lame. That's kind of fucking gay.
I did not know until the messages of people saying, guys, you might want to go live early. Your mom has just been fired. I'm like, what the f? And I find out the reason, and I go, bro, why the f did he do that weeks and weeks ago? Keem told us no. I didn't even know until I saw Keem's message and announcements, which will play very shortly for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Because your mama a real one.
Keem had told him again he's not allowed to do it.
Bruh, Keemstar must have felt like a complete idiot when he saw me there. He went far and beyond to avoid having me anywhere near his network, and it ended up happening anyways. I gotta say, I don't know much.
Yeah, you really can't argue that this isn't a W for Lebrowski. I'm sorry. How are you going to argue that? This is, I don't know. This is incredibly comical to me. I think that this is one of those situations where it's like you can't wiggle out of it. You can't turn around and just be like, oh, well, he's a detractor. He's a like, okay. But at the same time, though, you've had detractors on before. It's just that this time he's a quote unquote detractor of yours.
Much about this Yo Mama guy, but he did take one for the team. I mean, bro literally sacrificed himself just to clown on Keem. Kinda epic, not gonna lie. Anyway, so after all that, Keemstar did actually come up with some statement on his paid Discord server. He sent a voice message that got played in another one of...
Oh. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Something tells me that this voice message says something along the lines of, you know what? I'm gonna assume he doesn't even address it really.
These shows that goes...
He probably only addresses the fact that he told Yo Mama no, and now he's fired.
By the name of lolcowrewind, and you better get ready to listen to the greatest scope of all time.
Yeah, the stream lasted 4 minutes before it got taken down. We actually have a censored version of the stream that takes out the person that is...
What? He's not banned on YouTube. Like, you don't have to censor his face. He's not an actual terrorist. What the fuck? He's not even a what? Why do you have to censor his face? What? Okay, that's an L. That's another L. That's insane.
Isn't supposed to be there. If we do want to play it, but I don't know, kind of up to you, but we do have the audio.
We'll just play the audio.
Bro, you can't be for real. You can't be fucking for real.
Yo Mama pitched me a show about having like LCU detractors on his show to like talk shit about the LCU and whatnot. And the guy that he wanted up there was Lebrowski. I told him absolutely not.
Do you know how many fucking hate donos that show would get just to have people who are these sycophantic fans who can like not see anything wrong with the LCU would donate over and over and over again to argue with Lebrowski? The same thing that happened when Wings 007 was on arguing with freaking Wings and Keem and Boogie. Like this would make a lot of money. Like come on, man. There's it's an ego thing. It's an ego thing. That's my opinion, but it's absolutely an ego thing.
You know, I pitched a much better show for the primetime spot with Glammy and Yo Mama, and the show I pitched was a massive success.
Okay, hold on. Come on. That's major cope right there. Come on. Anything with Glammy Lammy and massive success, that's let's be real here, okay? Let's be real.
All right. The idea that Yo Mama had, I told him no. Again, I shot that down. And today I thought it was a little strange that Pitt did not submit what their show was going to be. And now we know why, because he tried to sneak Lebrowski on here and a detractor on here and all this other shit. Something that I told him not to do and not to be involved in.
I'm sorry, dude, but I cannot get over the fact that someone actually grabbed that clip and censored my face like I was...
Yeah, that's insane, dude. Come on. You're never beating the cult allegations with this. What is he like? He's a LCU terrorist. The big, the bad Lebrowski. We can't let him ever. He came in the middle of the night. Like, come on, man. How are you gonna treat this dude like he's freaking the Godfather or something? Like, this is insanity. He's just a dude with criticisms for the LCU. I don't understand why this is a huge thing. Why is this being made, like, turned into a bigger deal? I imagine that off of that appearance alone, multiple people went to go check out his his videos because of this. You did the Streisand effect, where you were so adamantly unwanting people to talk about or see him that you inadvertently got people to go and check out his video.
Some sort of
or videos.
I don't know, bro. Like, for real, I cannot even come up with a comparison for this. It's so ridiculously over the top that my mind just went blank.
I feel like I'm one of the few people that have given Yo Mama a chance. You know, this community has completely shit on him. The community he's come from has shit on him. Like, everybody has shit on him. And I'm here giving him an employee of the month. You know,
okay, that's kind of telling, though. That's kind of telling that you're, again, if your expectation is that because you gave him employee of the month, that he would, do certain things for you or not do certain things. I don't know. Again, not beating those allegations.
Gassing him up. When he was on test, I was calling in every day. I feel like I've been as supportive as I possibly can to Yo Mama. All right. But I guess that's not enough. I guess it's still like, I got to figure out a way to piss off Keemstar. Well,
or just
Yo Mama
be entertaining.
And Lebrowskee, because I know you're going to see this or hear this. It's not Lebrowskee himself that pissed me off. It's the fact that Yo Mama did the exact opposite of what I told you to do.
Sorry, I am not buying that bullshit. I'm pretty sure that if they had brought some other YouTuber up there to criticize them, the reaction would have been very different. Bro literally nuked the stream as soon as he realized I was there. I don't know about you, but this seems like a little bit of an overreaction to me.
We've been working long enough together that there should be some level of respect. Now, I understand the shit that happened last night may have triggered you, Yo Mama, with not getting the redirect to pull this little.
Wait, you think this is all over a redirect? Come on, Kim. Come on, dude. Yes, I imagine it was to troll you. But let's not try and pretend like he wasn't thinking about this being something funny. Like, this would have been entertaining. I would have tuned in. So many people would have fucking tuned in. You can't sit here and argue that because he's a quote unquote detractor is the reason you don't want him on. You've had worse people, okay? You've had way worse people. You've literally had Wings 007. I don't know how many times we're going to say this, but you literally had Wings 007 who swatted Jordy, who has swatted Wings. And you had him on and he wasn't too controversial for you.
Stunned. All right. But I told you I owed you and I would make it right. I guess you didn't trust in that. Even though you didn't have the redirect, you still outperformed Rewind on the views. And I gave you that flowers for that. I gave you the flowers for that, right? Still not enough. Let's just burn it all down. Keemstar told me not to do this one thing, so I must do the thing. That's really what it's about. I know Lebrowski is going to take this as, a big W. He's trolled the big Keemstar.
Because it's a W.
The only one that got trolled is Yo Mama, and he trolled himself.
He trolled himself because he got fired for 24 hours and then I rehired him. I'm still paying him. Ooh, that's a good troll. Come on. Come on. You can't sit here and tell me that he got trolled, bro. He was fired for 2 days, maybe? And then he got hired again. Come on.
Because now he's fired.
Nah, bro, this ain't even close of being a W for me. If anything, this is just...
Yeah, fuck that, Jack Doherty. I hope he gets the full 7 years.
A huge L on your part. I find the whole situation just so retarded and funny, and the way you reacted just made it way better, bro. I honestly think you should get your shit together and have me on lolcow live calling your bullshit out directly to your face, and then you can respond to me and see if you can prove me wrong. But seeing the way you panicked this bad just at the very sight of me, well, I don't really think that's happening anytime soon. Anyway, Keemstar, since I know you're watching this, I do have good news for you. Lolcow Live is absolutely dying. You completely murdered that show by leaving Boogie alone with a cast of random rotating nobodies, so my interest in covering you and whatever the it is you're doing over there is finally coming to an end. So maybe in a couple of weeks you won't have to worry anymore about me haunting your nightmares, because I will most likely move on. Well, unless you do.
I have to agree with him. The fact that like freaking Boogie, Rastoff, and Scooter or whoever the hell it is on live, yeah, that's completely ruined all of live. I don't really think that I don't really think you can argue with that. I mean, they went from getting like 5,000 to 6,000 viewers to now struggling to pull 2. And again, small streamer, I know that while I say this, but for a damn YouTube channel with over 100,000 subscribers on it, and most of the channels are struggling to pull like 100 to 200, there's, I'm just saying, it's saying something.
Something else stupid. In that case, you know for a fact Lebrowskee is going to be there to point and laugh at you for being the massive lolcow that you are. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it at that for today, but before I go, I have something to ask you. Go follow me on Twitter, because knowing how petty Keemstar is, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried getting me banned for this huge L he just ate. So follow me there.
I don't think he'd do that. I don't think he would do that. This isn't like a Link situation. He would absolutely take a massive freaking L if he tried to get him banned. I think that it would be, and not only that, but it has the potential to reach other communities that I don't think he would really want, or become a little bit more mainstream. I don't really think he would try to.
In case we need to get YouTube's attention. Alright, so you know what to do. Subscribe, like, and comment, and go drop us up on my other channel before Keemstar tries to nuke this channel down. Like always, a huge thank you to our channel members for supporting this absolute crap. Anyway, I'm the Big Lebrowskee. Take care.
Yeah, again, I don't think he would. I think he's smart enough to know that that would like solidify an L. Like you can argue that other things aren't an L, but if he truly did try to take down Lebrowski's channel, like there's no arguing that he took an L at that point. That's me. That's what I think. But we'll round this off right here, because the homie Ozzy Cobb has a little bit more of what Rewind said during all of this. So,
but anyway, I am not going to take that much of your fucking time right now. I am just here because I
told him not to, and he hid it from him, and then he did it. For what? For what? To get clout points?
Apparently he hid it from Glammy too. Glammy in the main chat was saying she had no clue he was even going to be on the show. She was just told to wait in live on air until he pops up. So the whole thing was just sneaky and weird. The stream got taken down after 4 minutes. Keem wasn't having it. So that's that. Yo Mama's gone for the time being. We all know how Keem works, though. If you come to him with some serious apologies, there's a good chance Yo Mama might
apologize for... I don't know. I want to say apologize for what? But it's like, I can understand, right? Because he was told not to do it. He was told not to do it. So I guess I can understand, like, I'm not going to turn around and sit here and say like he was in the right to bring him on. It was funny. It's entertaining. He was told not to. So whatever consequences that he got because of that is well deserved. I mean, again, your boss tells you not to do something, you do something. Yeah, it's a W that you did it. But at the same time, there's going to be consequences for it. I just think it's lame how everybody's trying to treat this as some sort of, oh my God, I can't believe you went against the one, the only, the Keemstar. It's like, come on, dude. You all know that would be entertaining as hell. Like, let's stop trying to pretend like it wouldn't have been.
I'm gonna do with the hot dog, bang, bang through the gang. If you guys want to give memberships, when we get 25 gifted, we'll open the chat back up to non-members.
See, this is what I'm also talking about here. 25 gifted. Gifted starts at $5. So you want to get $125 for just regular people, not even just regular people, for people who are subscribed but aren't members to talk. God, like I don't know, man. I can't co-sign that type of BS, man. That's lame as hell. Like, it would make sense if you were doing a members only stream and then you switched it from members only to, you know, and you were doing something like special just for the members. But to have every single stream be members only, that's kind of lame. And I'm not saying that every single stream is members only for them, but I do think that it's lame to have it be like that, to have it be members only, especially if it's going to be a live one, the butt lickers and the LCU. Look, I might put my stuff to subscriber only, but that's not that bad of a thing, because if somebody wants to talk some shit, they can turn around, subscribe, talk their shit in chat, and then unsubscribe later. They don't have to spend money to talk shit.
Billy's not fucking having it with you bitches tonight.
Yeah, the big bad
Well, the stream
Billy.
was a little bit earlier than what I was expecting, but I am sipping a little, but I'm only doing high noons tonight. So every $10 dono or whatever, I'll drink some of this. Small donos. It doesn't have to be something big.
Little sipper.
Yeah, little sippies.
It's been a wild day. Glammy's
Glammy.
live.
Hi. I had nothing to fucking do with that.
Don't care.
Yes, Glammy, we know you had nothing to do with it. You wouldn't be able to put on an entertaining show if it was done for you. I don't think you have to worry about anybody assuming you had something to do with that.
I had no idea
Don't care.
who that was.
Don't care.
I care.
I just wanted
Really?
to explain
fuck you, I
that I had
care.
no idea.
Anything
no,
else you
and I
want to
get
say?
it.
Anything else you want to say?
I get it. I understand. And yeah, so.
Anything else you want to say?
Actually,
your mama
wait.
sucks.
I actually do give a fuck. I have some questions. So, none
Nah, your mama goated for that. Your mama is goated for that. Glammy, I'm sorry, you'll never be as entertaining as your mama was or is.
of this was ran by you whatso-fucking-ever. You said he told you to wait in live on
Yeah,
air.
it was never run by me, Yo Mama's side of things, because on the show, Yo Mama liked not having me know his side of the show so that I would have a raw reaction of it. So I never knew his side. So he told me to go wait in waiting. He was going to just do the first part on the OBS without being in the Discord. I thought he was just going to talk to the audience. I had no fucking clue that that dude was going to be there. I don't even know who that dude is. Clearly he's bad, but I have no
Bad because he criticizes the LCU? Well, shit, I must be evil then, because I've criticized them as well. I enjoy some things, but I'm going to call a spade a spade.
idea who he is.
He's just a detractor.
Glammy, I got some questions for you.
Sure.
How's it feel to be the one not being fired on a show?
Awesome,
Just give
actually.
it time.
Those are the good shit. You know what, Zay?
All right.
I care. I lied. I was trying to be tough. Final month says
You
take
are a
off
tough
members
guy.
only, cowards suppressing opinions. You know what to do? Just
Exactly. See, that's yeah. See, that's annoying. That's lame, dude. How are you gonna sit there and have a hug box, man? Come on.
25 gifted and it's gone. Final month says common Kml at this point. Fragile ego
Even the people who watch know.
in the way. Nah, not really. Not really.
Explain, Billy.
Like, this dude only exists on the internet because of being a detractor.
That's literally not true. Dude was making videos long before he ever was making videos on you guys. Like, what? See, why are you guys just talking right out of your ass? And I hate the fact that you're making me defend somebody that I don't even know. But it's like, it's lame, man. You don't turn around and be like, oh my God. And on top of it too, Local Live wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for detractors. That was his entire sales pitch. That was Keem's entire sales pitch to Boogie and to Wings. We're going to take your detractors and we're going to monetize the hate. You guys literally only exist and only have jobs because of detractors. What is this like we're better than you situation?
Like, he's eating off the LCU. Who cares? We don't need to feed into that. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Local Live is dead.
Yeah, that's lame. And that was pretty much the only thing that was left on there's just a little bit of Ozzy Cobb's video, but definitely shout out to Ozzy Cobb, bro, does great work. I don't know. This is just kind of stupid how they were willing to basically go against what made them popular in the beginning. The whole point of the LCU was to bring in people and monetize the hate. Like, that's literally what Keemstar's selling pitch to Boogie and to Wings was let's monetize the hate. None of you guys are doing it. Come on, let's make this podcast and bring on your detractors to argue with. And they did. They brought on detractors. They argued with them. It was very popular. And now it's just not okay because it's somebody who has critical of Keemstar. But that's just me. That's just my humble opinion.